thought it was a very courageous, gutsy performance, and I thought the players literally took 1 point by 1 point and didn't think about being down 0-2. I think we were down, I don't know, 18-10, and just they showed a lot of heart tonight, and I'm really proud of the way they played the whole match.
Yeah, the first part of the match, they neutralized you pretty well at the net, and it seemed like to me, again, I'm kind of a newcomer to college volleyball here, so bear with me, but it seemed like once you got Rebecca moving, Camp moving, as far as, it's almost like, did she have the ability to freelance, I guess, to move to different parts of the floor to take advantage of something that she sees happening during the game?
Well, that was our strategy from the very first game. We knew we wanted to really push their middles range. We thought that was one of their weaknesses, and so we really practiced this morning on spreading her out. And it didn't work the first 2 games, I think, because our passing wasn't quite where it needed to be. But I think that turned around, and then she really did a nice job of choosing when to go where she went.
And it helps to have Erin provide a spark. It seems like once you think that, well, I haven't heard from Erin lately or seen her, she comes up with a big play. She has a good sense of drama, I guess, when it's needed the most.
She is definitely heart and soul of our team. She shows probably the most emotion out there. And one of the things that she does probably the best on our team is she's got a short memory when she makes a mistake, and she just comes after it the next point, and she doesn't let her mistakes affect how she plays in the upcoming points. And I thought she had an outstanding match tonight.
So how did the dynamics change in that third set to the rest of the match? What kind of things were you engineering that you were able to get that turned around in the right direction?
After the second set, we had practiced this morning. We didn't even call it anything, but I had said we're going to implement, we kind of have a policy that we serve a tough serve, and then the next serve goes tougher, and then the third one is toughest, and then they start back at tough again. And I said we're going to implement toughest, second toughest, and third toughest, and we put that in the third game. And what they did so well is the balls went in. I mean, you take more risk when you serve aggressively, and they did serve more aggressively, and they went in. And I think that really took Juniata out of their offense.
Well, Megan, it looks like it appeared to me that you and your other teammates, Rebecca and Lizzie, at the net, you really picked things up at the net and really snuffed things out. And you were also a very good person as far as getting the ball in the right places, kind of an all-purpose player. Define your role as you saw it as that match went on, especially after that second set.
Well, my main role is to set the ball so our hitters can get all the kills, but I think I can use my height to our advantage and help our offense a lot in that area.
Amber, how important is she to have that advantage at the net as well as getting the ball in the right place?
Well, extremely important, and I think if you ever capture her on video or pictures and you see how long these arms are, not only her height, but she can touch the ball and set the ball 2 to 3 feet above the height of the net. And so we have overpasses. They're not overpasses for our team, and that just is a huge offensive threat. And I think that's probably one of her biggest strengths. But she has developed all season her all-around game. Her defense and her blocking is outstanding, and so she's a very well-rounded person. But I think having her height and her mobility with being that tall and her long arms really does it at the net for us.
Coach, to start with, I wanted to bring up the fact that if you were to make a highlight reel of Drew Barnhart, I guess those first 2 sets were pretty indicative of what you could use to put that reel together.
Oh, she's a human highlight reel. That's for sure. Yeah, she was great.
And also, it's just a very tough situation, obviously. Where did it, you had up 2 sets, where did it kind of ebb away? Was there 1 or 2 things, or just kind of just the combination of things just kind of worked against you?
Oh, sure, as with anything, you could look at a lot of things on our side, but in this case, it's probably healthiest and most accurate to look at what Calvin did. Hitting percentages last 3 games are a clear indication that they got it going. And they gained some momentum in middle of game 3 and never really gave it up, and that's hats off to them. They never lost the look in their eye. And they really pulled it together defensively and offensively. They were very, very good.
Was the difference in getting one of the Camp sisters moving as far as getting her in open space, basically, instead of having her in one place where she could maybe float and figure out where there might be a place to take advantage of as far as setting herself up for a kill? Did that play a factor in this? Or?
Sure, and I think we lightened up with serves a little bit and got a little conservative with a lot of things. And she was able to take bigger swings from more geographical areas.
Mm-hmm. Well, Steph, how did you see it? Because you had some pivotal parts there. Everybody looked like they were just trying to. That last set was such an epic final conclusion. Both teams were going at it, and you had some key points there. Talk about that final set and the emotions and how your team was responding in that final set, trying to pull that out.
I think both teams left it all out there on the floor in that fifth set. We both were scrappy and playing our hearts out. It's just they came out on top.
Drew, you obviously had a great game all throughout the first two sets. I thought you were very dominant in a lot of different areas. Has that been your MO all season long, just to try to contribute in as many ways as you can? It seemed like you had a lot of not only kills but blocks at the net, and you just played an overall all-around very good game. Has that been kind of your style throughout the whole season in your career?
Yeah, I try to do that,
yeah.
So I guess so.
Well, Coach, it's a very tough situation, and Steph, I wanted to give you another chance to discuss what it means to be a senior on the squad. Unfortunately, you don't get to play in the championship match, but all around, what are some of your thoughts as you've gone on this journey with your teammates?
I've had a great year this year with my team, and just a great career overall. I've loved playing for Juniata and Larry and Heather, and wouldn't trade anything for it. It's a great experience.